To mod or not to mod? That is the question. Hey guys, what's going on? Let's see. For the longest time, like growing up, when I would get a new guitar, I would pretty much just desecrate it. I'd rip all the pickups out, rig up, take a big art off, customize it, just make it to my liking. I stopped doing that when I was around 30. I think I just got tired of messing with stuff. And the question for this video is like, do you like to mod your guitars and change them up to customize your own personal taste and make them as yours as you can, as personal as you can for you, or do you prefer to just kind of buy a guitar and leave it stock the way it was meant to be? Anyway, I did that for a long time, and this guitar right here, this is my most played guitar of all time. It's my, gosh, I don't even know what year it is. I think it's a 1997 California Series Telecaster, and the only original thing on this entire guitar is the wood. Even the frets, I just did a fret job on this, so even the frets now are not original. The tuners are different, the nuts have been replaced, the frets been replaced, pickups, pick guard. I guess this plate for the controls is original. All the insides are electronics are different. The bridge is different, and that's because I like this guitar so much, the way it felt and played, that I had to tweak it to get it the way I wanted it to sound. Like I said, when I was about 30, I got sick of doing that kind of stuff, and I just started buying guitars. And if I needed a different guitar, a different sound, and I wanted a different vibe, I would just go buy another guitar that kind of suited that. But recently, I picked this guitar up. I want to go over some mods I did on this one, which was really fun. This is the first time I've really modded a guitar since this guitar. For probably, how old am I now? Probably in 11 years. First time I've really seriously modded a guitar. And the reason I did it again was kind of the same reason I did this with my Telecaster, is because I like the actual guitar so much that I was like, okay, I like the way it felt so much that I had to get the guitar to how I wanted it as far as the way it sounded. When I got this guitar, it came with the PRS CE24, I think that's what they're called, pickups, and I hated them, absolutely hated them. I didn't think they were bad pickups, they just were not something that I liked, the sound that I liked. I thought they were way too modern sounding and hi-fi sounding, kind of like, I don't know, the best way I can describe it is like, it sounded like I was playing through a Bose speaker, instead of a guitar amp. I know it's probably a terrible comparison, but that's what ended up happening. I was like, no, I like the way that this guitar felt so much that I was like, okay, I have to rip the pickups out. Fortunately, they don't sell those 8515 pickups on aftermarket, so I got quite a nice chunk of change for them, which allowed me to replace these pickups. Funny enough, I've been out of the game so long as far as knowing what pickups are on the market now, because I've been modding guitars, that I had to do a lot of research to find out exactly what I wanted. And I end up landing on the Suhr Thornbuckers, which I was a gamble. I was like, well, if I don't like them, I can just resell them and get something else. But thank God I ended up really liking them a lot, because this guitar, because I like the way it felt. There's flies running around me. I like the way it felt, but it was a little bright for me overall. So I wanted to get a pickup that was really balanced. And then the other thing I did was I changed the bridge out, the original bridge, the stock bridge on this PRS, to a Mann Made bridge, which was brass instead of, what is that, steel or aluminum? I think it was steel, yeah, which mellowed out a little bit, and I warmed it up some. I also actually put the pickup covers on the pickups, and one of the things that I wasn't expecting that I was going to have to do, or that I ended up doing, was I put a variable treble bleed circuit in the guitar, because this guitar is just so hi-fi and so modern that they had it set up to where you roll off on the volume, that it didn't warm up at all like most guitars do. And it retained the treble, but it also lost the bass, some bass when you roll off on the volume, and I did not like that. So I got this little thing called a V-Treb. It's awesome. It's like, instead of going out and trying out, loads of values for capacitors and having to reinstall them over and over again, you can control the capacitance or whatever, how much treble bleed or how much treble roll off you get when you roll off on your volume, which I really liked. And you know, if I didn't like it, I was just going to rip it out and leave no capacitor in there, and at least there would be some treble roll off when I turn the volume down. Anyway, long story short, I ended up really liking it. If you're having trouble with retaining your highs when you roll off your volume, or if you're having trouble, if your guitar already has a capacitor in there to retain some of those highs, but you're losing some lows at the same time, it's just too much. You're like, one way or the other, either not retaining enough highs or you're losing all your lows when you roll your volume off. Really consider one of these. They're pretty inexpensive, pretty easy to put in, and it just really solved the problem on this guitar. But this guitar is finally exactly like I wanted. Hopefully I won't have to do anything else to it. The bridge mellowed out the treble a little bit, the plinkiness of those steel saddles. The pickups put it in a really good spot. Normally I'm a JB jazz guy for guitar, but these I actually like a lot better. I really, really like these Suhr Thornbuckers. They're like the Swiss Army knife of pickups to me, and they sound really good tapped. And I'm really excited to just have this guitar and be playing it. And this, the last time I did this many mods to a guitar was on my Telecaster, and this one is really beat up. I just had its 250,000 mile, or I'd probably say a million mile checkup, because I did redo the frets myself, which was a nightmare, but it turned out okay. And it is ready to go again. It's really refurbished and ready to go. It's beat up. You probably can't see it on this video. I'll put some B-roll in here. It's pretty relic and pretty beat up, which is really cool. So now, like, these two guitars are my main thing. So I guess my question for you, like I said earlier in the video, is do you like to mod your guitars, or do you prefer to just buy a guitar, keep it stock, and if you need another tonal, something to fill another tonal hole, you just want to go out there and buy another guitar to fill that? Or are you looking for, like me, I'm looking for one guitar that kind of does everything, or at least most of everything? So let me know in the comments below, what are your favorite mods to do to your guitars, or what have they been kind of historically, and what are your favorite pickups to replace your stock pickups with? I'd be really curious to hear about that too. See you guys later. All right, made it through the entire video. Don't forget to go to guitarfam.com and create your complimentary account if you haven't done that already. There are loads of courses you can go through there. You can even schedule a personal private one-on-one lesson with me. The first one's complimentary, so there's no risk. I'll be looking forward to meeting you. See ya.